a few things I want to talk about, and I don't have any notes today, so I don't know if some folks are going to come on here or not. But I figured I'd do a quick Q&A and a couple of announcements here today. And so if you're hearing this, I don't think we've gone live yet on those other platforms, but we should be in just a second. And so if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them now as you're hearing this. And then I'll give you the few things that I want to push out today and have a couple discussions. And if you have any questions about any of the Dib8 marketplaces or reselling over here or buying over here or complaints or anything, just let them fly. And if you are on Facebook or on Hey Picking Paradise, I'm hoping to do a comic book show with him next week, y'all. I've got shows lined up, so we'll see. Jess may put a kibosh on one of them, but that would be the one I'd love to do, collaborate with you on. So we'll be getting it done. I didn't check if you sent me a message back yet or not. Let's see here. Let's drop this link over here. First thing is, and I'll probably mention this one more time. This is actually a link to Dibdit, which is I need one for polish and blush, but polish and brush, but that's all right. I'll tell you about that in a second. All right, that's live. So some people watching on Facebook, feel free to ask some questions if you want. Hey, Joe Deals is in here, and then I'm going to get to a few announcements, but I'd love to do a little Q&A as well. I think I can post this. Yeah, I can post that there. That should be on there now. Okay. First, I'll start with the low-hanging fruit here. There is a polish and brush raid train going on at 5 today for like 5 hours, 4 hours, something like that. But today is the day that we're going to do the $1 offer. We're going to do the Christian Dior, Miss Dior bottle that I got at a thrift store, a little private one here. And I thought that would be good. We need to get some promotion over there. How you doing, Danny? Appreciate you. So if you have not gone to polishandbrush.com yet to put your $1 offer, we don't have trending listings over there. It's something we need to fix. So you have to maybe go to the search and just type in Miss, M-I-S-S, Dior, D-I-O-R. Find that, put a $1 offer in that. You won't owe a dime unless you owe $1. Okay. And if you owe $1, that's great because it means you just got that and you want this. Trust me, look up the comps on that guy right there. It might shock you. And we'll see who wins that, who wins it, who gets that today. This is our 6th that we've done. This is probably the second most valuable item and the least amount of people have put an offer in it. So you've got a good shot. Wolf Creek Antiques, how you doing? Thrift and Theology, you've been selling. Hey, that brings me to another point. August is 2% off. We decided to do that. I'm hoping the guys agree that we do this every year in August, you know, the summer slowdown where we give everybody a 2% discount off their fees who's a seller. But in addition to that, hey, Kennedy's Castle, I went to check out your show. You usually go long last. I didn't see you on there that long last night. So, or maybe I wasn't paying attention. I'm not quite sure. Where's that at? Where's this at? This is polishandbrush.com is where you can go. Just type in polishandbrush.com and you can put a $1 offer. You might have to search Miss Dior to find it because it's not on the homepage, I don't think, even though it's a trending listing across districts. So anyway, that is tomorrow. Okay. Maybe you didn't go on last night. Maybe that's what it was. That's one thing. Also, we're dropping $100 into the account of whoever's on here selling the most. So whoever sold the most in the month of August, we're going to drop it. It's not necessarily a competition. It's more of a thank you. Okay. So if you end up being the highest seller for the month on all of the Dib8 marketplaces, that doesn't mean you have to sell on all of them. But if you sell on 8 of them or 4 of them or 2 of them or just 1 of them, and you have sold the most across the marketplaces, you're going to have $100 dropped into your account. You can spend it however you like. Actually, I think they're dropping it in there. Is it a credit? I don't know, but you're getting $100. No, you cannot, Daniel Brown. And then whoever spends the most as well, and don't go spend $10,000 to win 100, but we're going to drop $100 thank you into whoever spends the most as well. Happy birthday, Sophia. So those are a couple things, a few more things. Some of them are old, but some people, I still get these questions a lot. You can go into your settings and not allow yourself to double bid. A lot of people like that feature, like on sudden death, they want to be able to do that. And if they bid themselves up, it's okay. They're keeping somebody else out of it. ABC Matt, y'all, it's the month of ABC Matt, August. Go get him his numbers. He needs his numbers on YouTube. So go watch a video of his, let it play in the background, 2, 3, 4 of them, whatever. He's got to get his watch hours. He's been at it for a long time. So y'all go do that for him. He deserves it. So there's one thing. You can toggle that thing off if that's been an issue for you. Another one is, well, this is kind of a nice for me to say this because, people bring a lot of their problems to me and I try my best, but it's, as we grow, it's more and more difficult to deal with individual things like this didn't show up in my box or whatever. So I'm going to highly, highly, highly encourage people. If you have an issue, either as a buyer or a seller, support@district.net. Support@district.net. Use them. They have been, depending on how busy they are, but I tell you what, I'm pretty impressed with it. Always do that if you have an issue. They want to protect buyers, hey, Death Pile, and they want to protect sellers. And it's hard, sometimes there's gray areas. It's not, and I can't, I don't have all day to, arbitrate stuff. So go right to them. Ivan helped me out. Quick responses. Yeah, for sure. So go to support@district.net. They're pretty good at this, I gotta say. They like to protect buyers and sellers, and more importantly, it gives us a track record. If we have a seller who's abusing buyers multiple times, we've got this, and we can get rid of them, and vice versa. For buyers who are constantly have issues that seems like they're a problem buyer, you sellers know that too, and there's issues. And so having that data and that information, I would not ever open up a dispute with your credit card. And if I understand if it's like last resort, but go to them first because there's issues that arise from that. And that's definitely something you don't want to do first. Go to district support. 99% of the time, it's going to be solved. And is everybody going to be happy? Never. We're not ever going to make everybody happy. But if we have track records of sellers, that aren't good sellers, and they got issues over and over and over again. And I'm not talking about Dave. I'm kidding. He takes care of people all the time. So that we can solve the problem, the long-term problem and the short-term problem. And that's what's good. That's what's good about it. Hey, Bodega, how you doing? God, so much cool stuff coming, man. Some of it I can't say, some of it I'm just excited about, but I am excited about Q4. Drop some questions down here as well. Must you do that from PC only? That's a great question. I think I've done it from my phone, but I usually just dump my problems on Ivan, which isn't fair, but yes, no doubt. So go to them. It is the last resort to do a charge, not the first resort. Charge it back on your card. It's for multiple reasons. One particular one is if we got a bad seller, for instance, they can't put a hold on that money. If you go to district support, they can put a hold on that money. They can't just get on here and do something they know is wrong and get off. Go to district support. There have been some good changes lately, some that I have been recommending. So good job, for sure. Yeah, there is. And there's more to come, hopefully Android. Q4 is when Dibdit blew up last year. We were just like doubled business, just month after month after month. So I'm hoping, when you get back on here and selling, hey, that's the other thing. And you'll see this in the video comes out Monday, but I'm going to be selling a lot in the coming weeks and especially next week. And I'll correspond that with some $1 offers and stuff because of what I just did. Speaking of Death Pile, I emptied out the trailer and it's now sitting in the exact place where we have Christmas. And yeah, we're going to be selling a lot of stuff. And I have been prepping shows. Very good. I have to coordinate a little bit because I'm going to be selling this week as well. So, hi, Emma. Sorry you have to spend so much time with them. any rate, I've got a couple more things and I will forget them. That was the big one. If you have an issue, I'm telling you, district support is the issue. I also have a $1 offer on. I had a very nice guy do a. It was Troy. Buy an enema man from us on auctions we do on eBay, and he's like, you know what? You do something special with this thing. So I was like, okay, we're going to sell it for $1 over here. So there is a $1 offer in a man on Dibit right now. Go make an offer on that next Monday, probably. We'll announce who got that for $1 and we'll send that out. So that's good. This is over on Polish and Brush. Go over to Polish and Brush, make your offer if you haven't already. I'm gonna raid into their raid training a little bit here, and then I am going to announce maybe on Mama Bear's show. I think you start at 8:00 tonight. I will come on a show and just announce who the winner is. You don't have to be there at all. Just got to go make the offer. PolishAndBrush.com. Drops off after 2 days. I am very well aware. That's why we have been keeping track of everything. So thanks to the district support people for that, by the way, because that normally isn't the case. But if you're in, you're in. If you want to put another one in there, you're fine. It won't help you. But if it makes you feel better, you can do that. So we'll do that on Monday. There's one more thing, and it's just blowing my mind here. I can't get it. Anybody have any questions while I'm trying to jog my memory? We are going to have some more. We haven't done a $1 offer on Dibit since we did the NES in a box. And so that will probably come next, although Antiquity might as well. If you haven't joined all 8, join all 8. We're working, without saying what I can't say, we're working on ways to make it very easy to be a part of all communities while also staying separate, so you don't get an alert from, Dibit cards if you don't want one, kind of thing. We'll see how it all goes. But connectivity between the Dibit 8 while remaining separate is not easy to do, but it is what we want to do. I want district to allow control over notifications. You have some control over notifications already, Matt. You can go in there and set those for sure. There may be better ways to do it where you can set up which ones you want. I don't have all the details, but for sure. Because I like to send out notifications. For those of you who like, why don't you ever send out a notification with me? Well, it's because I'm one person. But I do my best, and I don't do it for every show all the time just because of that reason right there. But you can control them for sure. Be part of the chats, communicate. That's the beauty of being over here is you can tag people in the different chats and stuff. Flippin' Beagle, hey, how you doing? Can someone sell compound bows on district? I believe so. I would sell those over on dibditsports.com. I don't have. Maybe I'm talking out of turn. I don't know. Death Pile, help me out with that one. I was hoping I can get out of here without having to do much. But if you haven't already, come put your offer in over here for this, and somebody's going to get that. And I hopefully you guys enjoy this. It's my way of giving back and bringing new people into the marketplace, which is cool. Do I collect wrestling autographs? I really don't collect much of anything. I collect really cool 80s stuff in a very limited sense. I do collect. It is Cherie, Miss Dior Cherie. There you go. Mojo Dojo, y'all. Awesome. Can't wait. Maybe in Q4 we'll get back over here. Speaking of, I'm going to do a thread show this coming week. I wasn't planning on it, but Jess is like, yeah, you're doing a thread show. And I got some great stuff. I don't know what you would see. We were able to sell Black Americana. I've been holding off on. So that is a great question. We got it the other day. And I passed that on to I think it's much easier for district to say no than yes. And there are not, for lack of a better term, I would say this isn't a black and white issue. Not exactly the topic to say that on, but you get my point, right? There's some gray area here. And so as of right now, it's going to be very limited. If that makes any sense. So there you go. No, the perfume, I'm just telling people this is your last chance to go get in on it. You don't have to be here live when we do it. We're going to do it tonight, probably around 8:00. And so all you have to do is go over there. If you win, you will get a message from me saying you won. Okay. Or if your offer hasn't dropped off already, and you win, then you'll immediately show that you won. You'll get the thing. Are there any plans for allowing giveaways to open progressive shipping for people when they win? That's been in discussion for a long time. I have not brought it up in a month or so, but that's a good reminder for me. That's a very good reminder for me. I put it on my list again, because it is a great idea, and we would love for it to happen. Progressive. And there's a few more things like that. Share that stuff if you're a seller and it has to do with sellers, sell it. Share it in the seller chat. If it's not, then put it into the Dibdit chat or whatever marketplace you're in. Do you post the winner somewhere? I usually post it in the marketplace that is being given away in, and that's what we'll do with this one. I'll just give a congratulations. We'll also tag the person in the live show where I say it in case they want to come in or if they're there. But you don't have to. The Scotty Cameron, the guy who won the Scotty Cameron, didn't even know it, I don't think, for 2 days. So you don't have to be there. You need to go to polishandbrush.com. So if you are not a member over there, you can go to marketplaces and look up. I think it's like, if you look at all the districts, we're around 1,700, and you can go down and find it. But you can look up Polish and Brush in the search and find marketplaces. Go over there. Once you're there, just hit the little search thing and actually, you can probably just do it on the whole district platform. You just type in Miss Dior, and then it'll pop up, and you can go and put that offer in over there. If you watch his YouTube channel, you know he is real, not AI. I don't know. I'm becoming slightly more AI today, but I'm not going to let that cat out of the bag yet. Thank you for coming over to the Gary V thing. That was really, really fun. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but that was awesome. Got some big growth over there, and excited about where that's going. And I've even sold on cards. I'm selling packs. I don't think I'll ever be a break or anything like that, but I'm going to sell packs when I find them over there, and not on eBay, because I don't know what I'm doing with the pack stuff. What are you doing, Kat? Any more quick questions before we get off of here? And follow Bodega Cards if you like cards. Dusty Box, should have known better than to have my daughter watch. I tried to warn you on the Trash Cash podcast. I'm like, how are we inviting somebody on here that's going to obviously break? And they're like, it's Dibdit Cards. It's different. I'm like, okay. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, well, we all survived, I suppose. I got an awesome card. Yes, my apologies for everybody who bought multiple items last night because I put $50 progressive shipping instead of 50 cents. But we went back and fixed it all. So, and Grammy, at least it was one of those. I apologize. Okay, don't forget, go over there and put the offer in on the Animan as well. And you'll be seeing me early next week. I think I'm going to sell Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at least next week. And on commons as well. Oh, there was one more thing. Here it is, real quick before we raid them. If you're a seller, especially on commons, you now can create specific codes and use those codes. 30% off codes, 20%. Give them to one person. Give them to family and friend. Give them to, put them on your Instagram that are specific for your items if they're buying now. I think you can also now do like in a giveaway. I think this is right, so don't hold me to this. Like if you want to say, all right, you can have 30%. I'm going to do a giveaway, and this giveaway is 30% off any of my static listings, and then give them a special code and send it to them. I think you can do that as well. I might have that wrong, but I think you can do that. Oh, wow. All right. That was the other thing I was trying to remember. Especially if you're a seller over there on Commons, it's really... Commons has a ton comparatively to the other market static sales. And so you can go over there and don't be afraid to send an offer to somebody. Say, hey, like an item. Hey, I do this on this item. Sometimes it takes an extra 10%. Mike has the most watched item, Death Pile, over there on Commons. He's like, no, it's already cheap enough. It's already cheap. It's so cheap. They make so much money on it. Whatever. I'm like, just send a 5% offer. No, I'm doing it. Yes, the code's perfect. So I don't know how to do it, but I know you could do it now. That has been released, and there's percentage codes and time. I don't know. It's a whole bunch of stuff. But if you start to see people do it, you'll probably figure it out, and maybe I'll figure it out and let you know how to do it. So awesome. Very cool. All right, let's go raid this show. MB's Bargains, Beauty Raid Train on Polish and Brush. Let me tell you, ladies, you can find a heck of a deal on stuff in these raid trades over there. Here we go.